I have 6 more minutes,
So
but I want us to choose between the NDC inaugurating a number of committees and also we adding up to our debt stock issue. Which one do we do?
NDC.
NDC. All right. So you have 8 committees.
Yes.
And then you had to apologize for nominating a chief, a traditional chief, so to speak. But essentially, what's the essence of these committees?
Oh, we are running an institution.
To win election,
an institution should have a focus. And in normally, if you want to operate a party, you should operate as a corporate institution, and therefore you should have a strategic vision. And the moment you define your strategic vision, you should start working from the human resource and other logistics and resources required for you to attain that vision. And that is what we are doing. And little like a strong point of the strategic vision is the involvement of former officers of the party, either before, lost, or something, in creating unity along the line. And that's the focus of the NDC, and that's the constitution of the various committees. So it was an aim, unity, togetherness, in the realization of our objective of winning the next election.
The criticism is that, well, they assume they are not doing too well, and so they need to shore up the gaps. And so these committees are supposed to strengthen. That's the criticism.
I wish them well, but my interest is on our debt portfolio. Now, as of today, our interest payments far exceeds our earnings in oil. That is dangerous. The reason the government is in such dire straits is the amount of revenue we must generate every year, every month to go and pay interest. And if we are adding to it, then the critical thing is not what the loans you're taking. It is the value you're getting for the money you're using. And for me, that is where we're failing. Okay. Value for money. We're not getting it.
There's a figure. The country's debt stood at, and we're getting this from the Bank of Ghana, the Monetary Policy Committee meetings. The country's debt stood at $88.2 billion cedis. As at March this year, 12 billion cedis more than the 76 billion recorded in December 2014.
There's a last line. Just add that.
The last line.
The same place.
However, in relation to the debt stock share of the total value of Ghana GDP. Okay, that's debt to GDP ratio. It has reduced to about 65 from 67%.
Exactly.
So it means the economy grew.
Yes, indicatively, but that's not your target. Always you should aim at where you want to get. What percentage of GDP do you actually?
That's a good excuse for you. You're increasing your debt stock.
Debt stock depends on so many factors. That's why they compare to standard GDP and the interest rates and things like that. So you cannot just pick an amount and say it is too much. Unless you drive it against some indicators, then you come. We are not saying we don't do, we do. We are not saying it's not to be used. But like I said, I also support the fact that we should look at what we have used the money for and the returns thereof that is coming.
They are not convinced, are they?
Well,
that you've used the money appropriately.
Well, we don't need to argue on those ones. We should get the realities on the ground. So at the right time, let's get the realities. They argue against them and see what we are. To us, it's a well invested money, and the returns will clearly show.
Do you think that we could be in trouble by the rate at which we're going?
We're already in trouble.
Oh, look, we have good interchanges. We're building a nice airport.
And where has that ended you?
We're investing in good roads and other infrastructure. You should be happy.
One, if we are building an interchange at a cost that is 3 times what it should have cost us, if we are, as a result of that, your country is downgraded such that even private businesses cannot attract loans. And this is what I'm talking directly about businesses. He knows if I'm mentioning the name. We are related. That he has a huge property. He wants a loan to do his business. Say, no, Ghana is too high a risky country to send a loan. And in the end, government is not going to be able to create jobs because he has stopped doing that. The businessman wants to expand his business. He cannot attract interest. He cannot attract loans. Where is that taking you to?
But
your interchanges will be there. You cannot pay for them because you borrowed.
That's your last.
Let's hold our strong disagreements. And I totally disagree with the quantum of money and the investment. To me, it's commensurate with the job that is being done. And the effect will keep paying off and the reality will come. We shall not suffer thereof as we envisage.
The airports, good roads.
Good roads, water, health, all sectors, interchanges and everything.
I love the interchanges though, especially when I have to trek from Accra to Central Region. I have good highway interchange. It's good. Anyway, thanks for joining me, gentlemen. Joe Wise, Joe Osei-Wusu is a legal practitioner, but also member of parliament for Bekwai, being contested by one more personality. We know that next month is the date by which we'll be having the primary. So it will be a countrywide primary, and so will be covered adequately for you. And John Alexander Akon is Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Okay, that'll be it. Now we have to catch up, and we have a lot more for you as well. Will you say we as a country have failed to admit we're not doing it right with education? And so we have a lot more for you.